Westfield native Patrick Barry purchased the Westfield News in 2011 from a Washington, D.C.-based corporation, returning it to local ownership after many years. Since buying the paper, he's done some interesting things, like opening a cafe in its Westfield Center offices, and he broadcasts a weekly radio show from there. Connecting Point's Tony Dunne talked with Patrick Barry about the ins and outs of local media ownership, the future of print, and the need for community-based voices in an ever-changing media environment.
I've been in the media industry for the better part of nearly 30 years. And what I saw after 2001, the unfortunate incidents that took place in September of 2001, was really the population of America going back to their roots, going back to community, helping one another out. And then during my time at Channel 40, WGGB here in Springfield, I saw that overwhelmingly, that people were really concerned about what happens to their neighbors, what happens in their school system, what's happening in their local government. So an opportunity came about that I saw in 2009 that the Westfield News owners at that point were not really putting much into the product in Westfield. In 2008, their local publisher had passed away, a woman named Carol Mazza, who I had never met, but I've only heard great things about. And I started the conversation with my brother, believe it or not, on a golf course about what's going on with the Westfield News. Well, over the course of nearly 2 years, through discussions with the former owners, I came to sign my life away on June 25th, 2011. And here I sit, the owner of four publications, 2 websites, a few Facebook pages, and so forth.
So what were the first major changes you made? I know you introduced color printing for the first time in the paper's history.
And that was the biggest thing. The newspaper, prior to my ownership, was able to do a little bit of spot color here and there, no color photographs or anything like that. So what I started to look at was, how can I print more efficiently with color and save money? So I started to look at some of the facilities in the area, the Republican, the Daily Hampshire Gazette, the Wall Street Journal, and the Turley family, because they all have printing facilities nearby. And they all were able to do color printing. And I ended up settling on the folks with the Republican to print my paper every single day. They were able to do color on every page, color on every photo, color on every ad. They were able to do it cheaper and faster than I ever could have with the presses that we had in the building at the time.
And the website, you established a website where there really had been none beforehand.
Exactly. My current production manager, Jim Johnson Corwin, was practicing. He was playing with a website, but he had a full-time job as a production manager. So when I took over, I said, Jim, shut that down. I want to start from scratch. I want to create a true local media website. And it took us a few months to do it, and I ended up utilizing a company here in Springfield, DIF Design, who have been fantastic. And we now have the second iteration, we're working on our third, of the website for the Westfield News.
You cater to a very sort of specific area, the Hilltown areas in between Springfield and Berkshire County, an area traditionally underserved by media, and also one where accessibility to broadband and internet is limited and sometimes non-existent. What kind of stories do you cover, and how important is it that these folks have a physical paper in areas where internet is not as easily accessible?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. Internet is not that accessible, so they need some form of news. And the Westfield News is a 6-day-a-week paper, Monday through Saturday, and we're out there covering the Gateway School District, the Huntington, Russell, Blandford, Granville, Tolland, politics, for lack of a better description, in those communities, and how they operate and how they affect the citizens in those communities. So it's important that we're there every single day. We have stories from those hill towns virtually every single day. And not having high-speed internet access, being able to get a printed product in your hand is very helpful to them.
And how robust is your circulation?
We're at about 4,000 a day. So we're not huge, but we're not podunk either. So, and we have a core group of customers, and they are primarily the older readers, but I will say newspaper subscribership is not necessarily an age as a number, but it's more of where you are in life. So if you might be younger, but you might be, your kids may have already moved out of the house, but you're concerned you own a house, so you want to know about the taxes, you're involved in politics, you're involved in volunteerism, so you want to know what's going on in your community. So there is a very strong and loyal customer subscriber base.
So many have sounded the death knell for print for many years now. We're in the digital era. And you purchased a newspaper. But other organizations, the Berkshire Eagle has just infused a lot of time and effort and capital into bolstering their organization. You own a community-based newspaper. Is print dying?
Print is not dying. Sections and segments of the print industry are certainly dying. I look at my publications as niche publications. Granted that the major media in Springfield might cover a major story in any one of our communities, but we're in those communities every single day. Our reporters live there, our kids go to school there, we shop there, we support our restaurants there. We're in those communities every day. We know what's going on all the time. So, and that's valuable to the residents to have, to bump into me at the grocery store or bump into one of my reporters at a kid's pickup after school. So it's important for the community to know that we live there. We're all about, those communities and what happens in those communities.
And what do you think is your place in this ever-changing media environment? It seems like on a daily basis, broadcast, online, print, all of these things are in flux. What do you think your place is?
I personally believe there will always be some form of community media, whether it's in the traditional broadsheet folded paper format that we know it now, or as an online PDF flipbook, whatever it might be. Community media is needed, and I think it's needed more so now than ever, because the world is starting to fragment so much, and people are getting off base from those 2001 roots where everybody seemed to come back together. And being able to report what happens locally in our neighborhoods and in our town halls is so important to keep a community strong.
Well, Patrick Berry of the Westfield News Group, it is wonderful to see somebody investing in local media and in community. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it.